Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide. Is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Well, it's Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, this is a great shot at goal! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Albert Ferrer. Messi. Van Nistelrooy. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Perez. He steps in, and that's the end of that. He has found the way through. Oh, shooting chance! Hit into the middle. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, super find. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti, and he's managed to get free. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. He's picked his way through. It's a goal kick. Albert Ferrer. Indonesia are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Batistuta might just make this. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for a runner. The less said about that pass, the better. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Forlan was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi, and Messi! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. This time, surely! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Zanetti. Howson. No, he's not getting any further than that. McTominay. And it's Griezmann. And this is Battis. He's gone for goal. And a chance! And it's a goal! Indonesia get themselves into the lead. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Spread out to the left. That is good strength. Forlan. And this is chance! Perez. Nice looking ball. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Xavi Alonso. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Forlan. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Albert Ferrer. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Just a quick request today for everybody.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and a good start to the second half.
Indonesia are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we're underway again. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. It's Albert Ferrer. McTominay. Can he get it through? That is good alertness. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's looking wide. McTominay. And it's Messi. Played into space. Oh, that's a key interception. Costa Curta. That's a good run down the left. Threads one in. Gets into some space. Delivered with swing.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
McTominay. Perez has created one goal already. Koundé. Rijkaard. Forlan. Oh, well played, well played. McTominay. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Zanetti. Batistuta being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Zanetti is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Substitution on the field. Number
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 11, Van Nistelrooy.
And it's McTominay.
Number 7,
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Xabi Alonso. Number
Rijkaard
27,
is always looking to break lines.
coming on the field.
Oh, good read.
Number
That was well
17,
played, well stopped.
Number
Van Bouten
13,
cuts it out.
Yann
Jorginho
Number
looking for the
24,
run. That's beautifully weighted.
Number 6,
That is a brilliant interception.
Jorginho. Number 2,
Well, that's certainly more like it.
Robertson.
They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Played out to the left flank. Played in by... Up he goes! Oh, he's hit the bar! Quality ball. Now it's Griezmann. Now he's got space here. Well read, nice interception. Jorginho. It's Belletti. 75 minutes played. And it's made its way to him. Soboslai. The ball goes in.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Zanetti is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He gets big! And that could come back to haunt them.
Ah, that was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
So the
Substitution.
manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Thuram. Zanetti. And it's Chiellini. McTominay. Zanetti. Pinches it off him. Rijkaard. And it's Robertson. Very much into the last knockings.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Thuram. It's Bellingham. Chiellini. Now, can they get him away? Well, that looks a cracking ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, sweet feet. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That's an imaginative pass. And that's it. Indonesia have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
With a quick request for support.
Any reflections on what you've seen? Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Valverde. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Kai Havertz. I felt a little sorry for him when he first arrived in English football because...
The Twinkie!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Goulet. He's looking unstoppable. Well timed, excellent interception. Goulet with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And he's being shifted off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's on it, can he get away? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a good spell of possession, this. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Now he's off and running. Now it's Mbappe, and he's away. Now there's a fine ball. Here's foul, shoots! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Madrid with the corner, they're first. Goulart goes short. Well, there's the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, important interception. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Calafiori added Subimendi. Calafiori finds himself offside. Looking for a runner. That's beautifully weighted. Well, they've got it again. And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Trossard. Aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good effort from distance. It's anyone's ball now. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Now, can they get him away? And here's Trossard. Gabriel Jesus. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Arsenal have themselves a chance from the spot. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Madrid are down to 10 men.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
The major moment in the game. Never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
He's got away. Shot, surely! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh no, what has happened here?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Now Mbappe. There's the shot! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof!
Mbappe can rightly take credit for the finish, but it was the quick retrieval of the ball that set it up. That was key.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Subimendi.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the
And that will be it. Arsenal